Hi, till now I discussed how to construct LR parsing automata, LR parsing table and LR parsing using stack. During this process, we found two types of conflict. One was shift reduce conflict, another was reduce reduce conflict. Let's discuss these two types of conflicts in LR parsing. First conflict is shift reduce conflict. We know what is shift reduce conflict if parser cannot decide whether to shift or reduce, that is a shift reduce conflict. In LR parsing automata, if one state contains one shift plus one reduce, that is a shift reduce conflict. If same state has both shift and reduce option, that is a SR conflict. Let's see one example. One state contains E derived T dot, T derived T dot multiplication F. The dot symbol is at the end. This is a reduction, and from this state by multiplication you can go to another state. So there is a shift. Dot symbol is before multiplication. By multiplication you can go to another state. There is a shift. So in one state there is a reduction plus there is a shift. I already discussed this in example 4. Just go through that lecture. Whenever one state contains one shift plus one reduce, that is a shift reduce conflict. You don't need to create the whole LR automata and whole LR parsing table and declare that this is not LR grammar. If you see at any state there is a shift plus there is a reduce, you can stop there and you can declare the grammar is not LR0. Even from the grammar, if you can guess that this thing will be in same state and there is a chances of shift reduce conflict, you can declare that the grammar is not LR0. Next, reduce reduce conflict. If parser cannot decide which reduction to make from the several reduction, that is reduce reduce conflict. If there is more than one reduction, then which reduction to choose, that is a reduce reduce conflict. In LR parsing, if one state contain more than one reduction, that is a reduce reduce conflict. For example, A derived D dot, B derived D dot. One state contains two reduction. This is a reduce reduce conflict. I already discussed this in example 3. Just go through that lecture. If you find a reduce reduce conflict, you can stop and you can declare that the grammar is not LR0. You don't need to construct the full LR automata and the full LR parsing table. By just constructing partial LR automata, you can declare the grammar is not LR0. Even from the grammar, if you can guess that two reduction will be in same state, then you can declare the grammar is not LR0. The grammar will be LR0 if and only if it is free from both SR conflict and RR conflict. If there is conflict, then the grammar is not LR0. Next, discuss viable prefix. The prefixes of right sentential form that can appear on the stack of shift reduce parser is called as a viable prefix. What is the meaning of viable? Which is feasible, or you can say possible. The prefixes of right sentential form that can appear on the stack of shift reduce parser is called as a viable prefix. I will explain this through an example. The viable prefix is a prefix of a right sentential form that doesn't continue past the right end of the rightmost handle of that sentential form. Not all prefixes of right sentential form can appear on the stack. Means not all prefixes of right sentential form is a viable prefix. SLR parsing is based on the fact that LR0 automata recognize viable prefix. I already discussed LR0, next I will discuss SLR. So there you can know how SLR parsing is based on the viable prefix. Let's take a grammar. E derive E plus T or T. T derive T multiplication F or F. F derive ID. Then what will be its right sentential form? There are two processes of derivation. One is through derivation tree, another is through sentential form. Suppose for the string id1 multiplication id2, how will write in right sentential form? E derive t, then from t you can derive t multiplication f. If you are expanding the LHS variable, that is a left sentential form. If you are expanding the rightmost variable, that is a right sentential form. Or you can say rightmost derivation, leftmost derivation. If you are expanding leftmost variable, that is a leftmost derivation. If you are expanding rightmost variable, that is a rightmost derivation. Now for right sentential form, we will expand this. T multiplication, from F you will derive ID2. Then from T you will derive F multiplication ID2. Then from F you will derive ID1 multiplication ID2. So this is a right sentential form that I have written here. First E, from E you will derive T, from T you will derive T multiplication F, from this you will derive T multiplication ID2, from F we derive ID2, then from T you will derive F, from F you will derive ID1. This is just a right sentential form. Now what will be prefix of this? Now from ID1 multiplication ID2, ID1 will be prefix, ID1 multiplication will be prefix, and ID1 multiplication ID2 will be prefix. Is all prefix of right sentential form are viable prefix? No. The prefixes that can only appear on the stack, that is the viable prefix. I already discussed shift reduce parsing for the same example. I'm just using the screenshot of that. Now what will be viable prefix? ID1 will be viable prefix. From this ID1, then ID1 multiplication, then ID1 multiplication ID2. So ID1 multiplication ID2, that is not a viable prefix. ID1 multiplication, that is not a viable prefix. Only ID1 is a viable prefix. Next, F is a viable prefix. From this F multiplication ID2, F can be prefix, F multiplication is prefix, F multiplication ID2 is a prefix. But only F can be viable prefix. F multiplication, that is not in this stack, so that is not a prefix. F multiplication ID2, that is not in stack, so that is not a viable prefix. Only F can be viable prefix. Next, T multiplication ID2. T multiplication ID2, that is in stack, that can be viable prefix. Even T multiplication, that is on the stack, that can be viable prefix. Even T can only be viable prefix. So all prefixes of T multiplication ID2 is viable prefix. Next, T multiplication F, that is appear on the stack, so that is a viable prefix. T multiplication, that is on stack, that is a viable prefix. Only T is a viable prefix. Then T is a viable prefix and E is a viable prefix. Only some prefixes of F multiplication ID2 and ID1 multiplication ID2 is not viable prefix. Rest all prefixes of this term, this term, this term are viable prefix. Now what are viable prefix? ID1, F, T, T multiplication ID2, T multiplication F, E are viable prefix. So you can say not all prefixes of right sentential form is viable prefix. The prefixes that can appear on the stack, that is called as a viable prefix. I hope after watching this video you will able to find what is shift reduce conflict, what is reduce reduce conflict, and what is viable prefix. In next lecture I will discuss SLR parsing. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.